Repairs and maintenance are a constant line item in any rental business. Sometimes you need to even do a light rehab. So I thought today I'd share how I find trusted contractors and subcontractors out of state. Hello, fellow midlifers. Welcome to the channel. I'm Jean and I'm sharing my journey in midlife as I navigate finances, which include real estate investing as well as personal finance and travel hacks. I bought my rental, an out-of-state rental at 40. This was my first rental. I read a lot of books on how to get started, and all of those books said that I needed a team. And the team members included contractors and subcontractors. This team or team members really overwhelmed me to the core. I wasn't local to the area I was investing in. I didn't know anyone except for my sister. How in the world would I find and be able to build a team of contractors and subcontractors? But I learned that you need to just keep taking it one step at a time. Meaning, if I need a plumber, then I just need to find a plumber. If I need a painter, then I just need to focus on finding a painter. And before I realized it, I had a spreadsheet of contractors and subcontractors that I could easily reach out to if and when I needed help. So I thought I'd share with you the 7 sources of how I was able to find contractors and subcontractors out of state. The first source of contractors and subcontractors are real estate agents. One of the first team members I had was my real estate agent. I had to acquire my first property and buy that first rental before I needed to do anything else, like maintenance and repairs. So I asked my real estate agent for referrals. Do you know a contractor? Can I have his number? Do you know a plumber? Do you know a roofer? As it turns out, he did know a lot of people. So I was able to find a lot of contractors through him. The second source of finding contractors and subcontractors are property managers. Once I bought my first rental, I immediately found a property manager to manage the rental out of state. In case you're curious on my process for finding property managers, you can check out this video. But my property manager also knew a lot of people. He was an investor himself, and as a property manager, he regularly dealt with repairs and maintenance of his own properties. He also readily shared with me some of his contacts. I found a great contractor through him whom I used to help me with my first major rehab. The third source of contractors and subcontractors are inspectors. Before purchasing a property, I always have it inspected. I'm very blessed that I have a great inspector, and he is also an investor, and his wife is a licensed contractor. So he knows a lot of people as well. I found plumbers, electricians, and foundation experts through him. Following my conversations with him from the inspection report, whenever he tells me that these are the big ticket items that need to be repaired, he would more than willingly share with me his guys. His guy for plumbing, his guy for electrical, his guy for foundation work. Since they knew him, I would usually just send them snippets of his inspection report, and they immediately knew what needed to be done and were almost instantly able to tell me how much the repair would cost if I bought the property. The fourth source of how I find contractors and subcontractors is networking with other investors in my local area. This is really, really important. And this group of people, these investors in my local area, are a great source of reliable contractors and subcontractors. Other investors have their own portfolio of rentals, and they likely have their own go-to people. I found that investors who self-manage have a handful of trusted contractors and subcontractors. I've also found that they are very willing and generous to share their contacts with me. And I'm always happy to return the favor. I've also sent other investors in my area, my guys, my insurance people, my insurance broker, things of that nature. The fifth source of contractors and subcontractors out of state is my sister, who is local to Arkansas, which is why I selected this area for where I would do my out-of-state investing. She also knows some contractors such as electricians and plumbers, and I was able to find reliable contractors through her referrals. The sixth source, which I think was kind of a nice surprise, were sellers or flippers. I've bought some properties from flippers, and I always ask for copies of the receipts and invoices of the things that they recently repaired or rehabbed, such as the roof, the HVAC, the septic tank servicing, things of that nature. I found that, well, this should be obvious, flippers know a lot of contractors and subcontractors. Sometimes they are contractors or general contractors themselves, and they know a lot of subcontractors. So I connect with the subcontractors upon getting invoices from the sellers. I connect with the subcontractors and let them know I'm the new owner. I like to build a relationship with them, and I also validate the warranty with them and ask for additional documentation of the warranty if needed. They have been so reliable thus far. I needed an emergency HVAC repair on a Sunday just recently, and the HVAC contractor was so kind to go out of his way on a Sunday to do a repair. And the last source of contractors and subcontractors are other contractors themselves. I've found that other contractors and subcontractors know other contractors and subcontractors. There have been times when my trusty contractor is booked or my go-to plumber is busy. So they share contact information of their buddies who are contractors or plumbers as well. General contractors also know a lot of subcontractors like roofers, plumbers, HVAC guys, electricians. They are a great source of referrals, and more often than not, they're willing to share their contacts. Building an out-of-state rental business can feel overwhelming, especially if you don't know anyone locally. But trust me, if you take it one step at a time, your network will grow faster than you think. These 7 sources help me build a reliable team from hundreds of miles away, and they can help you do the same. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. And if you have your own tips for finding contractors out of state, I'd really appreciate that you would drop them in the comments below. I'd love to learn from you too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.